and welcome to Mrs. Young's Tech Tips. Today I'm going to talk to you about creating a collaborative space to decide on and talk about classroom rules. As the school year begins, you will want to talk about rules within a digital space. Giving students the opportunity to collaborate with you while you write those rules builds student buy-in and provides clarity of expectations for students. For this video, we are going to look at using Padlet. You could also look at using the Collaborate section of Nearpod, the whiteboard function in Zoom, Google Docs, or any other edtech that allows students to type within the same space. We chose to look at Padlet today because it's easy to organize student responses under specific categories. So to create a Padlet, you will need to create an account at padlet.com. After you create an account, you will see a pink button that says Make a Padlet. Click on the pink button and choose the shelf layout. This will make it easier for students to differentiate the different sets of expectations. Choose your title, a description if you want it, the background, and the font size. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to call this Classroom Expectations, and we're going to call this Block 1, so I know which class it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and change the wallpaper. Let's see if I can make it something. Ooh, notebook. That sounds perfect. And then I like my font the way it is, so I'm just going to leave it as is. So when you get to the attribution section, you'll want to turn it on, and that's going to allow you to see student names. You can also allow students to vote on which agreements they like best by enabling the reactions. So if you look down here, you can see different reactions. You can choose stars, upvote or downvote. I like the like post function because it doesn't show anything negative. Either you like it or you don't. So I'm going to choose like for my attribution. In addition, you can also choose to filter profanity and or require approval for posting. Just keep in mind that approving posts takes time, so you may not want to choose this option for this particular type of activity. When you finish, click on the pink Next button at the top of the page, and then you are ready to start posting. All right, we can click on the pink Start Posting button. So the first column, I always name instructions just so kids know what to expect. And then underneath that, I'm gonna write what to do. So read each of the expectation categories and add at least one suggestion for each column. And when you finish, go back and vote for your favorite suggestions. And now we're going to think of, for our columns, what are the most common issues that students are going to need to address in terms of remote learning, in this case. So this one might be Zoom camera expectations. This one might look like turning in work. This one may look like accessing the classroom. You might have another one that reads asking for help. You can see this just gives your students several different options of where they can place their suggestions. You may even ask them via live Zoom session or Google Meets or Microsoft Teams, what other columns can you add? This may be something that you preview before you send students to the Padlet, or it may be something that you work on together by adding categories after collaborating with your kids. So after you explain the directions to your students, you're gonna model how to complete this posting, because for some students, it may be the first time they ever use a Padlet. So you're gonna show them how to log into Padlet, you're gonna show them how to do input their specific code, and then how to add a post. And they can add their post by just clicking on the plus icon right now. When you are ready to share with students, you're going to click on the share button. And this is very important. Make sure that under privacy it says visitors can write. Then you're going to copy the link to Clipboard, or if you have Google Classroom, you can share it directly into Google Classroom. And kids will have the link. They can click on it and start writing right away. Make sure that before students write their responses, you give them some time to just share ideas with their entire group and talk about what they might post. And then be sure to set a timer so students know how much time they have to complete their post and voting. When the timer goes off, review the expectations that got the most votes and tell students that you will compile them into a document for everyone to read by the end of the week. You now have allowed students to have choice and voice in what their digital classroom expectations are, while also introducing them to a very low-stakes tech activity. We hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more tech tips.